Alright. Alright, well, let's go to everyone on YouTube. This is Very Melon Man, and welcome to part 3 of the Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition Let's Play. Let's get this out the way. Last episode, we basically did the two-part tutorial. First, we actually left Earth, then we went to Mars, discovered the plot device that would help us defeat the Reapers, and now we have to meet with the Council to tell them I told you so. But first, let's get this out the way.
What's going on here?
Commander, just who I was looking for. Diana Allers, Alliance News Network. I think we can help each other.
I suppose you want an interview.
Even better. I'm a military reporter with a show called Battle Space. We're carried on just about all Council planets. My producers want me embedded on a human ship, and I want that ship to be the Normandy.
Why would I want that?
Wars can be won or lost in the editing room, and this war needs to be won. I've got Alliance security clearance and operate without a crew. You get veto power over the segments I file. Can you handle an arrangement like that? Or do I keep looking?
Okay, so this character is supposed to be our replacement for Emily Wong, basically. She's also someone you can romance. She's a romance option for both gendered shepherds. And at certain points after completing major story missions, Diana Allers can be used to increase the level of your war assets after you give a charm or intimidate option to her interviews. Basically, you get 3 interviews of her total, and then you can like start dating her. But yeah, specifically, you can technically cheat on whoever you want to romance with, except for Liara if you want Allers to be your romance option. But to make a long story short, Diana Allers is Jessica Showboat, actually, who was at the time a pretty famous IGN video game personality. I don't particularly remember if she's a reporter or not, and I don't frankly care, because at the end of the day, she's just not interesting enough to justify being put in the game.
You're a reporter. I command a stealth ship. The two don't mix.
Well, I guess you'll have to win support on your own then.
She will also eventually get killed off later in the game because she boards a different dreadnought. It's not really something I care about because, seriously, there's no reason to care about her character at all. Let's go visit Caden, my boy.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please, one moment, please. Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital. Welcome to Citadel.
You can spend your credits on getting...
Thank you for coming to Citadel. How can we help you?
Oh. I think you're supposed to buy the whiskey if you want to start a romance with Caden, but we're not going to do that either. Jacques.
Shepard, there you are.
Dr. Chakwas, you're here?
I'm working at an Alliance R&D lab down in Shelter Wards, coordinating closely with Admiral Hackett. I heard you escaped Earth in the Normandy, and that someone was critically injured. I came as fast as I could.
We had a run-in with a Cerberus synthetic on Mars. Caden took the worst of it. How's he doing?
Naturally, Chakwas will only be here if she survived the suicide mission, because she's one of the characters that can die in it.
As well as Dr. Michelle's expertise. I wish I could have been there to help on Mars.
It's been 6 months, Doctor. How have you been?
Good. I've been fortunate. When they impounded Normandy, the Alliance didn't really know what to do with me. I was never officially part of Cerberus, and I'd gotten a proper leave of absence from my previous post.
So you hadn't technically done anything wrong by joining me to defeat the Collectors?
Yes, though I suppose if you were judged to be a war criminal, I would have been tried as an accessory.
So basically, you have an option to keep Aquas in the labs in order to have her become a war asset, or you can have her join the Normandy for one last hurrah with Shepard, if that's your inclination. However, since I've personally never done this, what I'm going to do instead is tell Chakwas to work in the labs.
Keep doing what you're doing with Alliance R&D. We need our best minds at work, giving us every advantage possible.
I'm a field doctor, Commander, not a research scientist. Eden Prime, the Battle of the Citadel, defeating the Collectors. We've been through too much together to let it end now. Let me serve on the Normandy. Please, Commander.
Alright, fine.
The Normandy wouldn't be the same without you, Doctor. Get your things. Docking bay.
Alright, fine.
Yes, Commander. And thank you.
Don't thank me so soon. Remember, Joker is still aboard.
And I'd be surprised if he's been remembering his medication.
Alright. The lady she was talking to was Dr. Chloe Michael from the first Mass Effect game, and the side quest you can, where she gives us infinite money by unlocking the option to buy stuff from her. Oh, there she is.
Commander,
No, he's right.
Dr. Michelle, it's been a long time. You've come a long way from that small clinic down in the wards.
Now, I want to say I don't
know where
care,
I'd be if you hadn't
but
worked with Fist and his dogs.
he does have a
Now
point
I'm
that just
executing in the Presidium clinic. You gave me this chance. I assume you're here about Major Alenko.
How is Kate doing?
The head trauma was severe, but we reduced the swelling quickly. These types of injury can go either way. He hasn't regained consciousness yet, but his vitals are strong, so I'm optimistic. You can go see him if you like. He's just down the hall.
This war may leave a lot of injured people homeless. Can the Citadel clinics care for them all?
We're fine now, but I'm worried. Every hospital on the Citadel is preparing for the worst. I hear the docks are tightly controlled, but we just can't leave people floating out there forever.
How are your medical supplies holding up?
We're well stocked now, but I can't say I'm not worried about the future. We've posted guards on our reserves. War profiteering has already begun.
With a center of this size, you must have a lot of direct reports.
We've got 12 full-time doctors and over 50 support
I feel
staff.
like
It can be overwhelming, quite different from my days in the wards.
Keep up the good work, Doctor.
You too, Commander.
The Alliance military has
Alright, I should explain this right now. So, Mass Effect 2, Paragon and Renegade were separate bars, and because the way Paragon and Renegade scores were calculated, increasing in difficulty as the farther you progressed in the game. If you did not specifically stick to maximizing one over the other, you were ultimately not going to be able to make certain charm or intimidate checks at your leisure, which would ultimately be a detriment to you. In Mass Effect 3, both charm and intimidate have been replaced with the reputation bar. They're basically the same thing. However much Paragon and Renegade scores you have does not really matter, because just how much reputation. So it's like a Mass Effect 1 type system where you can actually invest points into both in order to unlock all the special dialogue in the game without fearing any type of reprisal from wanting to play with a mixture of charm and intimidate options. Alright then.
Hi, Doctor. Didn't expect to see you again so soon.
Well, we need to prescribe you another round of antibiotics.
For when I ship out.
Alright. Okay. There we go. I already knew where he was. I was just exploring to see if I could pick up anything else.
Hey, kid. Don't know if you can hear me. But since you can't tell me to get the hell out either, I'm gonna take my chances. Don't die, kid. You've got to fight. We need you in this. Seeing you in action again, it reminded me you're a hell of a soldier. The Alliance could sure use you. I could use you. You need anything, Doc, let me know.
Careful with your neck there, Shepard.
Fine.
Alright.
And that's an order.
We have the cliche of the main character walking away from someone and then turning back at the last minute to tell them one last thing. Point it out to you with a couple of criticism videos. It really becomes noticeable. Is that, this lady looks very similar to, Helena Blake from the first game. I wonder if that's where she ended up after... No. Okay. Solarian Doctors. Fuck. Man. What? Alright. So now we can go in straight up.
Welcome, Commander Shepard.
Citadel embassies. Fuck. Man. Cop. I'm
Now arriving
wait,
at
wait,
Presidium
wait.
Embassy.
Please tell the Primacy that the Vol Protectorate wishes to assist with the Alliance project. We had a Prothean obelisk that might have helped.
Yeah, that's how you get side quests in this game. You just kind of walk up to people and you overhear their conversations, and then you know.
Perhaps you can help me. I'm looking for my son.
But we spoke about this already. I told you about his mission and...
Nonsense. I just filled out the paperwork. He's very punctual when he's on
Look,
duty.
ma'am.
He checks in every...
I think she just told you what happened to your son already.
Only he hasn't checked in for a while.
I'm not sure it's a side quest yet.
Anyway, I'd like to file an expedited contact request.
Yes, of course, ma'am.
Alright, yeah, sorry, you can't waste any time for this. Either make your point or be swift about it. Let's see here. CSEC, Spectre Office, Herb Councillor. Alright.
There is no anti-humanity conspiracy here, Ms. Al-Jalani. The Council is simply not granting interviews at this time.
My viewers are going to know that CSEC
No, we're
and
gonna
the
do it.
Council are
No,
denying
I don't
them
care. We're
access.
gonna change it. They
Listen,
really
lady,
managed to
you think
explain.
I like playing gatekeeper between the paparazzi and the politicians? I don't have time to
Yeah.
babysit them, and I'm
But
not
yeah.
here to hold your hand.
Yeah,
Well, I'm camping out until I'm granted an audience.
he actually did.
Fine.
There's just no...
I hope you brought a sleeping bag.
Commander Shepard? Commander, humanity has questions.
Damn press.
See, you're keeping the peace.
Yeah, I feel like a glorified doorman.
Most people would see it as a move up.
Wedged in here with all the stuffed shirts? I'd rather be back down on the streets. I appreciate the higher pay grade, but I'm not a political creature.
If you didn't...
Why are you even working here, Bailey?
You don't say no to Councillor Udina. Well, maybe you would, but I gotta live here. I know, squeaky wheel gets the oil, but I didn't lobby for a promotion like some other officers. I'm not even sure why he picked me. I never know with politicians. I hate political BS.
Don't lose your edge. You might need it.
Oh, wouldn't mind an excuse to get my fingers dirty. It's killing me about Earth.
You and me both.
I haven't been back in years. Now I may never. If this ain't the end of days, it's pretty damn close.
Alright, let's nip this in the bud right now, because I actually wanted to see Kalisa, unlike Diana Allers.
Commander Shepard. Kalisa been seen in Al-Jalani. Isn't it true that you were on Earth when the Reapers attacked? How do you justify running away while millions of people on Earth die? Is that the best we can expect from the Alliance?
I came to get help for Earth. For everyone.
What about all the people suffering while you play politics with the Council? What about them? How can you stand here while our families die? What are you going to do?
Kalisa, we're doing everything we can.
Unlike this time, she's not just being someone you can punch. She's someone who's just kind of, you know, literally like everyone else. Gotta stop
I need your help. Keep asking the hard questions. Don't let the Council forget
What
about
is
Earth.
coming? This doesn't sound
I will. Thank you, Commander.
the rain. Do you straighten them up? Yeah.
We haven't always seen eye to eye, but I'm glad you're on our side.
Yeah, that's fine. Okie dokie. And Avina.
Hello, Commander Shepard. Welcome to Citadel.
Haven't seen you in a while either.
The current human ambassador is Dominic Osoba. Commander Bailey is the CSEC officer on duty. He will
Yeah,
lead
we know.
The Citadel Security District.
Any other important areas I should know about?
The Normandy is currently docked.
Yeah, we don't actually need this, realistically.
The Commons have been a cultural.
Where's the Spectre Requisitions office?
The Spectre Requisitions District Office is down the hallway. Note that
Yeah.
requisition forms are available only.
That's it.
That's cool. Why do I hear the Novaria theme music on the Citadel? Oh, because there's literally not a lot of good music from Mass Effect 2. Let's see. Spectre. Okay, so here's the Spectre Requisitions shop. Huh. This used to be more expensive than I remember. It was like twice the amount of money. Mass Effect 3. Then again... Yeah, they used to be twice the amount. The Paladin... Oh, Jesus Christ. The Paladin used to be 200,000. I don't have any discounts either. So it's just weird. Then again, this is like these are all DLC weapons, and these in particular are all collector's edition weapons that were. So these weapons you started the game with, and they were all really strong than most of the things you can find in the base game. So just repackaging them as store-bought equipment makes a lot more sense. Select the terminal. Shooting range, which I've actually forgotten about. Alright, that's so you can go to practice shooting your weapons. I don't know if that was in the original game or not, but that's a feature you can use. You want to practice your sniper headshots or whatever. Alright, Dina, let's talk.
Commander, Councillor Udina said you'd be coming. If you'll follow me, the council is already in session.
We've got our own problems, Councillor. Earth is not in this alone.
There.
But Earth was the first Council world hit. By all reports, it faces the brunt of the attack.
By your reports.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm shaking my head at all this nonsense too, Liara.
Earth was attacked by the Reapers. And it's just the beginning. We need your help. Everything you can spare.
Each of us faces a similar situation. Even now, the Reapers are pressing on our borders. If we lend you our strength to help Earth, our own worlds will fall.
Yeah, well, you should have thought that a long time ago when I needed your help for the collector stuff.
Just follow you to Earth?
Even if we were to unite our fleets, do you really believe we could defeat the Reapers?
I don't expect you to follow me without a plan.
Councillors, we have that plan. A blueprint, created by the Protheans during their war with the Reapers.
Freaking goddamn it.
A blueprint for what?
We're still piecing it together.
Wait.
But it appears to be a weapon of some sort.
Problem
capable of
is
destroying the
up,
Reapers?
but why?
So it would seem.
But I thought
Scales.
only
It would be a colossal undertaking.
I'm just saying, I kind of don't.
I forwarded the plans to
know
Admiral
why.
Hagen. The remnants of the human fleet are already gathering resources to begin construction.
Our initial calculations suggest it is very feasible to build.
If we work together.
Have you considered that the Reapers destroyed the Protheans? What good did this weapon do?
It was incomplete. There was a missing component, here. Something referred to only as the catalyst. But they ran out of time before they could finish building it.
Do you really believe this can stop the Reapers?
Liara believes it can work, and so do I.
I am like the three of you. I've actually been doing something to advance the plot of the game. So I'm perfectly certain that this is better than anything you three would come up
They'll
with.
destroy every organic being in the galaxy if we don't find a way to stop them.
The cruel and unfortunate truth is that while the Reapers focus on Earth, we can prepare and regroup.
We are convening a summit amongst our species. If we can manage to secure our own borders, we may once again consider aiding you.
I'm sorry, Commander. That is the best we can do.
Shepard, meet me in my office.
I hope that's an offer of support. I'll be digging up what I can on this Prothean device, Shepard.
They're a bunch of self-concerned jackasses, Shepard. We may have a spot in the Council, but humanity will always be considered second-rate.
How can they be so blind?
They're scared, and they're looking out for themselves.
Our people are scared, and we are looking out for them the best we know how.
Councillor?
Commander, I can't give you what you need, but I can tell you how to get it.
I'm listening.
Primarch Fedorian called the War Summit, but we lost contact with him when the Reapers hit Palaven. Those meetings won't proceed without him. The Normandy is one of the few ships that can extract Primarch Fedorian undetected.
So far, you've only explained how I can help you.
It might seem that way.
Hearing Spiritus finally swallow his own BS, though, it never really gets old. That's probably one of the things in Mass Effect 3 I always enjoy whenever I play this part of the game.
And you want me to play politician?
If it gets you what you need, what does it matter? Our latest intelligence says that the Primarch was moved to a base on Palaven's largest moon. I've done all I can to help. The rest is up to you. The Council wanted me to tell you. We've chosen to uphold your Spectre status. And various resources will be made available to you. Good day.
Well, that went well.
It's a start. I'll talk to the others in the meantime. See if we can support this summit. Move things along.
Thanks.
The Council. You saved their lives. And for what? Apologies that boil down to maybe later. If we don't figure out something, maybe later will be an epitaph on a mass grave of 11 billion.
I know what I'm gonna do. What are you gonna do?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe plan a coup sometime down the road. You know how it goes, Shepard.
I will get what funding I can, what materials I can, and spread the message. Help the humans, help yourselves. I'll institute a draft in our colonies and order all civilian ships armed. Work on the Prothean device will be around the clock.
So, just to tell you right now, if you picked Anderson as Councillor in the first Mass Effect, Udine will be Councillor in Mass Effect 3, no matter what. I think I said this is the reason I picked Udine as Councillor at the end of my Mass Effect 1 Let's Play.
Any news from Earth?
There is constant news. All of it bad. The Reapers are destroying satellites and the old nuclear missile silos, along with everything else they put out. We have a handful of quantum entanglers spread out over
like
the
try-harding, but
all
I'm not going
other
to ask for
communications
trophies.
What's your read on the Councillors? Any angles I could pursue?
Tavos is a diplomat and compromiser, but she's wrapped up in defending Asari space like a mother panther. Valorn is out of his depth. The Solarians like their wars won before they start. They're frightened now. Use that. In Sparatus, I'd take what he offers. It's strange days when the Turians are the least hostile to humans, and there's a need there.
You're a Citadel Councillor. Don't you have options when the others block you like this?
With Parliament destroyed and Shastri gone, I have more power than any human in history. But today, you saw how little that is. Rest assured, I will not be counted out long. I know I can move mountains. Do not lose sight of that, because the task before us is moving planets.
Did you know a lot of people on Earth?
Many. It's monstrous to think of them being snuffed out, of course, but the part that gets me is Arcturus. I must have known most of the Alliance Parliament on a first-name basis. I required a second VI just to track all their birthdays and anniversaries. Rose Garden stuff, but to have it all gone.
I should go.
I'll be here.
Yeah, okay. So we've unlocked the mission to the Paladin, Dina's little office. Let's get out of here. Reaper variants doesn't like. We're not going to read the codex here because it's not really going for anything that's. We didn't read the codex in 2. The codex is fine, but we're not going to focus on it too much, or at all, I guess. Hey, Paragon lost James Vega.
Hey, Commander. Liara told me the Council's not interested in helping us.
Something like that.
Why would they? Look at this place. There's no war here. People are whispering about it. They're talking about it, but they don't really believe it.
I take it this is your first time here, with the elite of the galaxy?
I've been to the Citadel, but never up here on the Presidium. It's not right. It looks pretty, calm and peaceful. But it's not right. It's all just an illusion.
It was peaceful. Once.
But was it? Really? I mean, when push comes to shove, they're just gonna turtle up.
But I think...
Hope it don't hit them too, right? They'd rather believe in this than face the truth.
I can hardly believe it myself. Like everything back on Earth was some kind of nightmare.
Yeah. That's what I hate most. It's like this place wants you to forget that.
So, you still want to go back to Earth?
Hell yeah, but you were right. So was Anderson. We can't stop them alone. Besides, it looks like you're gonna have your hands full convincing these pendejo politicians to help us. And I'm up for it. Whatever it takes.
Glad to hear.
I'm gonna head down to some of the lower levels where they keep it real. You got some spare time? You should come and find me.
Maybe I'll do that.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. One moment, please. Now arriving at Docking Bay D-24.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the first of the forced dream sequences meant to convince you to care about this child character and his imaginary connection to Earth. I don't want to hear. Experience. Eso es de. Years later, so I thought we.
Liara, can I help you?
I've been forwarding the Turian Councillor information on the Prothean device. It can't be built without Council support, but he's not budging until their Primarch is safe.
I know.
Are you all right?
I didn't get what you'd call a good night's rest.
There's more to it than that, isn't there? What's really bothering you?
When the Reapers hit, I could hear people screaming in the streets below me. We left a lot of them behind.
There's no way for you to save them all. But I know you're doing everything you can. Back there in time to help.
Me?
I hope you're right.
Don't blame yourself, Commander.
Commander Shepard? I'm Specialist... Oh. I beg your pardon. I thought you were alone.
I was just leaving.
Commander Shepard, I'm Comm Specialist Samantha Traynor with Alliance
Yes.
R&D. I was part of the team retrofitting the Normandy after you turned it over to the Alliance. There weren't many of us aboard when the Reapers hit.
Slow down, Specialist Trainer. You're doing fine.
Thank you. I worked in a lab. I never thought I'd be serving on a ship.
Why don't you tell me about the retrofits?
The ship's in line with Alliance regs now, and it has new, top-of-the-line, quantum entanglement communicators. In fact, Admiral Anderson had intended to use the Normandy as his mobile command center.
That's no longer an option.
Yes, I heard he chose to stay and fight. In any event, I'm honored to serve under you, Commander. For as long as you need me, that is. They only sent me here to oversee the retrofits.
Shepard, some of our systems require further testing, and Specialist Trainer has been extremely effective during installation.
No.
I would prefer that she remain.
Got it, Edie.
Wait, since when does a virtual intelligence make requests?
Edie's an AI. Fully self-aware.
Oh, I knew it. I knew Joker was lying.
Jeff requested that I pretend to be a simple VI to protect myself. I apologize for the deception.
Thanks, Edie, and I apologize for all those times I talked about how... attractive your voice was. Anyway, shall I give you a tour? I think you'll be impressed by the new upgrades. In the CIC, you'll find the galaxy map where you can set the Normandy's destination.
Yes.
You can also check the messages at your private terminal. The War Room houses a strategic command center for mission-specific intel and war analysis. The shuttle bay contains an armory where you can modify your equipment between missions. Finally, Liara has set up a lot of hardware down in the old XO office on Deck 3. I think she's claimed that room. And there you are. Still the same ship as before, it just flies Alliance colors now. Speaking of which, I believe Admiral Hackett would like to speak to you at the VidCom.
Commander, Udina updated me on your meeting with the Council. Sounds like they're running scared.
We did present them with a lot of unknowns. They're feeling threatened and want immediate solutions, not theories.
Theories are all we've got right now. What's your plan?
I'm trying to get the Turian Primarch for
I don't have a lot to add to this because it would just be general talking points.
directly to their leadership.
But yeah, that's Samantha Trainer. She's another person in Normandy, not a squad mate, but someone who can, but another romance opera for female shepherds specifically. She's exclusively lesbian.
I'll take ships, soldiers, supplies, whatever you can get. We need to keep hitting the Reapers across every theater of war they open. Buy us time to figure out the device.
And when it's finished?
Assuming it ever is, we pool all our resources. Think of it as a giant armada for delivering the device, when the Reapers are most vulnerable. The stronger you can make that armada, the better the chances of punching through.
What about Earth, sir?
We'll just have to hope Anderson and what's left of the Alliance forces can hold out until we've dealt with the enemy.
I understand.
Good. Then make it happen, Commander. I'll be expecting regular updates on your progress. Hack it out.
Now, intel is things you can get around the galaxy from plant scanning that will give you personal bonuses every time you scan the intel in particular. And this is the war terminal. The people, weapons, armies, and fleets you've accumulated are your war assets. The overall readiness of the galaxy determines how effectively these assets will perform in the final battle. Alright. Basically, you press triangle to have more information in order to understand. This is your how happy is your ending going to be button. If you don't have enough war assets to keep going if you don't have enough war assets, you won't get the best endings. That's pretty much the beginning and the second of it. And how powerful certain war assets are depends on what choices you made in the previous games. For example, saving the Destiny Ascension reduces the power of the Alliance First Fleet. It reduces the power of all your Alliance fleets. Normandy, however, is more powerful as a war asset depending on how many upgrades you put into the frigate while you're taking on the collectors. So if you survive the suicide mission with everyone intact, the Alliance Normandy war asset will be its most powerful. Surplus minerals, Kalisha, Alliance war asset. If you punched Jelani at any point during the previous two Mass Effect games, and I think the third one as well, she will be a half powerful war asset. So we have 575. Oh, one more thing. In the original version of the game, the effectiveness of all your war assets was determined by how much multiplayer you played. The total military strength would be reduced by up to 50% if you did not boost a multiplayer exclusive stat called Galactic Readiness. The more multiplayer you played, the higher the Galactic Readiness would be. You don't even have to win the multiplayer matches, you just have to keep playing multiplayer. That's the only way to keep your Galactic Readiness up, and therefore get the full benefit of all your war assets. As up to this point, Mass Effect had never had any online multiplayer of any sort. It was a very unpopular popular gameplay mechanic with the majority of the fan base. The simple fact that the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer has survived this long, and for this many years, due to how popular and how good the gameplay in Mass Effect 3 is. Well, that's a pretty amazing thing to see. Alright. Reinstatement. Reinstatement to Navy. Terra Nova. Dre Brown. Acquiring Fleet. Welcome back gift. Cabin. Upgrade waiting. Acquire mission Eden Prime. We'll get to Eden Prime later. Much later in the Let's Play. But there's news for that. Captain's cabin. Admiral Shepard. You can wear Cerberus colors again. That's so silly. But no, we're not going to do that. Yeah, these two were... This specifically was the Collector's Edition bonus outfit that came with the other N7 Collector's Edition's weapons in the original version of Mass Effect 3. And this is just a promo outfit. So... oh, let's go with this for now. Kind of weird to get Cerberus armor at this point in the game, but... color... Alright. Rocking that collector armor. Power color. You know, we're actually going to go use the Krogan Bowmaster colors this time. Yeah. Now let's talk to James.
Lieutenant Steve Cortez, shuttle pilot. Got news about our supply chains, Commander.
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Sorry to just jump in, Commander. There's so much to be done, I get caught up in the tasks at hand.
He's always like that. You need to chill out, Esteban.
So you do care, Mr. Vega? Or is that the Cerveza talking again?
So what's happening with our supply chains, Lieutenant?
Alliance procurement chains are in chaos, but the Citadel's economy is still running. I can network to Citadel retailers. You can view inventory and make purchases right from this console.
When I network to a new store, I'll let you know.
It does cost more to coordinate delivery to the Normandy, so it's cheaper to buy supplies when you're there.
So you're my shuttle pilot, but you're setting up procurement chains?
I wasn't assigned as Normandy's pilot. Not much need for one on a dry dock ship. I was overseeing the retrofit of the cargo hold. I'm quite familiar with the operation and maintenance of the UT-47 Kodiak and the M44 Hammerhead. In my experience, it made sense for me to take over as shuttle pilot when we left Earth. Especially given Mr. Vega's love of mid-air collisions.
To save the day, pendejo.
I mean, you gotta give it to James. He did save the day.
Making sure the armor and the shuttle are properly stocked and maintained.
Alright.
What happened to the M44 Hammerhead?
It was sent to the tech labs for a retrofit. To afford mobility with such a small ESO core, its design sacrificed armor plating. The lab engineers are trying to improve that. The Reaper invasion?
Yeah.
That's probably just a pile of rubble.
Yeah, that's calling out how weak sauce the Hammerhead's actual defenses are, so.
You were stationed on Earth. Do you have family there?
I'm an only child. Lost my parents years ago. I had a husband back when I was stationed at Ferris Fields. The Collectors took out the whole colony. I'd rather not talk about it.
And there we go. Steve Cortez is your male Shepard's Samantha Trainer exclusive romance. He's only for men. Alright then. So, that's about all I can...
Do you maintain this armory?
I share that duty with our illustrious Mr. Vega. Though I believe the only weapon he really cares to maintain is himself.
You know you love the show, Esteban.
First retrofit we did was to move the armory down from Deck 2. I'm not sure what Cerberus engineers were thinking. Now you get off the elevator, pick your gear, and head right into the shuttle.
Just like the original Normandy.
Welcome back to the Alliance, Commander.
Huh. Yeah. That is a little weird that we had to go back to our cabin and then to change our armor, but that's okay. We can still change our armor in the cabin if we in our place we want to.
Hey, Shepard. How'd it go with the council?
Same as usual. Non-committal. Unhelpful.
Bet they still wanted you to help them out, no?
Yeah. We're gonna rescue a Turian Primarch from Palaven.
Sounds like fun. Never been to the Turian homeworld. You down here for a reason?
Just came down.
I do, you know, I talk to everyone in the card. Why not?
Not sure what there is to talk about. You already know my service record.
Actually, I don't, James. That's like half the problem with your character.
I don't, actually. I didn't have access to personnel records when we met.
Right. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well,
why did you assume it?
Think you can dance and talk at the same time?
Oh my god.
I think I can handle it.
Okay, loco. Let's dance.
Jeez.
Don't push your luck, Vega. With age comes wisdom.
Damn it. There we go.
You sound like my old CO.
Oh yeah? And who was that?
Captain Tony. He was a hard-ass son of a bitch, but a good leader.
Was?
Died. With most of my squad. Protecting a civilian colony from a collector attack.
And the colony?
It was either them, or the intel we had on the collectors. Intel we could have used to destroy them. I chose the intel.
Sorry. That's a tough call.
Looks like you have to make a Vermeer type decision there, James.
The best part was, we didn't really need the intel in the end. Because you were out saving the galaxy by taking down the entire collector homeworld.
You didn't know. You can't blame yourself.
Like, that's not really the Council's fault for not bothering to have the Alliance do anything.
Just a guess.
You're a shrink too?
Nope. But that stunt back on Mars was reckless. You're lucky to be alive.
Huh.
So?
So? Maybe you don't care if you live or die.
Fucking...
Or maybe.
Damn it.
I'm just willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to end this goddamn...
Whatever.
Maybe you are. But if you're half as good as I think you are, we need you alive.
There's a mixture of Paragon and Renegade prompts in there for some reason.
Anytime.
Hey. Thanks for the dance, loco.
No problem.
Loco, huh?
I can think of worse things to call you.
As long as you remember who's in charge, you can call me whatever you want.
Oh, I won't forget.
Yeah, that's about all I need to talk to you about. So now we have the fortification ability in the med bay, and I was not prepared to unlock a bonus power right off the bat. So let's go to the med bay. Get that bonus power up. Oh, quick, this is the memorial. Characters who died of the trilogy. There's Jenkins, there's Ashley, there's Presley, and characters who are on the Normandy but died in the suicide mission will also be on the wall. That's a thing. Let's see here. Now Liara is in Miranda's cabin. Thought about taking your claim.
Commander Shepard, it's a pleasure to see you again.
You're the drone from the Shadow Broker's ship.
Dr. Tassoni now refers to me as Glyph instead of Info Drone, 95% of the time. If you have a moment, I'd like to draw your attention to a terminal in her office. It analyzes information packages. If you find any useful data, I can research upgrades for you.
And what should I be looking for?
I'll inform you if you found relevant data. When you do, return to this terminal for your choices. In the meantime, Dr. Tassoni would like to speak with you. Have a pleasant day.
Meeting with the council didn't go too well, huh?
It was less than ideal.
I'm shocked.
At least the council can't deny the Reapers exist. But I'm not sure how much comfort that is while they bicker over which portion of the galaxy to save.
Wow. Becoming the big info brokers turned you into a real cynic, Liara. I like it.
I'm flattered. I think.
Looks like you brought more than just that drone from your ship.
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent shadow broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device. Until we understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
Did the Protheans actually complete this weapon?
You mean, will it work? They wouldn't have poured their last resources into this device if they thought otherwise. But we really need to find out just what kind of weapon they left us.
It'd be nice to know we're not kids playing around with a loaded gun.
Absolutely. The damage it could cause if it backfired is unthinkable. This will be difficult even for us. If something happens on a mission, if either one of us are hurt... Shepard,
so I thought it was a little silly. I don't feel bad for that.
It's been years since we were together.
What?
Are you still interested in us?
I didn't forget you, Liara. I want to make us work.
Good. I was getting worried.
There were a lot of reasons I was happy to see you on Mars.
I'd like that list, but later. There's so much left to do. I'm working with Edie. Hopefully we can discover what the Protheans left for us. But I'm looking forward to talking about something other than business. Maybe later.
Yeah, no problem. So, Glyph. Intel Terminal gives us... Since we completed Later the Shadowbroker, we get our first free armor mod kit Intel upgrade. Since we're playing a Sentinel, I feel like we should go with shield strength, but honestly, it's not a huge deal. Shields aren't that big of a deal. Well, we'll sit on that for now. We'll think about that a little bit later. Anyway, the point is, we're gonna take on Priority Palvin next time, so let's get going there.